Hello pilots, today I'm putting together the A-29 Super TUCANO from Avios or Avios. I'm gonna go with Avios because it's aviation maybe. Anyway, I already sanded down the parts that needed to be sanded down so that it makes a nice bond. Did this side as well. And I sanded it with a sanding block. Now the sanding block I couldn't get inside, so I just used paper towel with some alcohol and remove the paint, and I'll just scuff it up with a hobby knife if that's really even necessary, I guess, just for peace of mind. I must say that the fuselage is massive. It's a pretty big fuselage, like the front section, just like everyone says. I think honestly, a lot of people say that this is expensive, but I think you're getting a lot of plane and a lot of performance. Mild performance, not 3D, because this isn't that kind of plane for the price of $500. I mean, we got free wing jets that are reaching $730. That's just absurd to me, honestly. And I have nothing against free wing. I love free wing. That's one of my favorite plane manufacturers. But for $499, if you're lucky to find it in stock, because I think I got one of the last ones. I pre-ordered it about almost two weeks ago, I think. Or about a week, I don't know, somewhere around February 22nd, I think it was. Yeah, almost 2 weeks ago. And a few days later, it said it was shipped, and I was stoked. I didn't expect to see this for like a month. So here we go. Right now, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and glue the rear fuselage to the front section of the fuselage, and then I'll move on to the wings. All right. Tail section is on, and if you're wondering, I used 5-minute epoxy, and this is the epoxy that I used. Gorilla Glue works fine, it's gonna hold. And I made sure that I don't apply too much on the outer section of where they join, because then that's gonna spew out and you're gonna have to wipe it off, and it's just gonna be a nasty mess. But I made sure to place it all around in there. Oh, I think I forgot to take the wires. I'm just totally kidding, guys. Never forget that, because once you do this, you only have like a minute, if anything, to take that out. And then by the time you put it back, it's probably gonna be all wonky and stuff. Yeah, never forget that line. Those wires that are inside of the tail of the fuselage, put them in, and then go ahead and put that. And then what I do is I align it with that to make sure that it's as straight as possible. And I also align it with this one here to make sure that it's as straight as possible. All right, I'm gonna let that sit there and cure, and I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the wings ready and prepped up, sand them down and all that stuff. All right, wings are now glued and joined. What I didn't do was glue these little pieces on just yet. I'm gonna wait till it dries up, and I'll go ahead and glue that with contact cement. Epoxy, I am not a huge fan. It's quite messy, but I managed to do it without making a mess. I was very, very careful. And next is to go ahead and install the vertical stabilizer and the horizontal. And it's coming together really nicely, guys. Pretty simple build, really. I kind of wish that we didn't have to go with gluing anything, kind of like the standard in plug and plays, but I'm okay with it. It's no big deal. All right, guys, it's coming together. Finally got the tail feather section done, and there seems to be some confusion in the manual when they call for 14mm instead of 18mm. There are no 18mm screws in here, no M38 by 18s. They're all 14, and there's 2 wood screws, of which I have no idea what those are for. I guess they just made it in there accidentally or whatever. But don't fret, just go with the 14 mils for the elevator and for the vertical stabilizer from the bottom, the rudder, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, went in with no issues. So far the build's going good, and I am excited. I really want to get this thing in the air, but it is super, let me show you these trees. I mean, it was way more windier than that. Those trees were blowing like a hurricane. So install the little ventral fins, and then the props and the spinner. All right, so I installed the ventral fins on the bottom, the antennas, and the fins or whatever they are on the vertical stabilizer. So yep, we're pretty much almost done on. Now what I'm gonna do is install the prop blades onto the hub and install the whole assembly into the nose, onto the motor, sorry. And then I'm gonna pop this sucker open and start working some magic and get everything nicely clean in there. There you have it. After all said and done, she is magnificent. What a beautiful aircraft. I don't even understand why it took so long for these companies to come out with a big TUCANO. I mean, if you guys remember, there was a company called Unique Models, and they came out with a Texan 2, which was, I guess, a copy, or I don't know the history of it, but it was one of these guys, but it was smaller. I think it was like maybe 1200, 1100 millimeter. And that was the first one I got. Lands amazing. Then, of course, who else came out with any other TUCANOs? I don't remember, to be honest. I know FMS has the PC-21, which isn't exactly one of these guys, but kind of similar. And guess what, guys? That one's arriving tomorrow. I've been a bad boy, oh my gosh. Anyway, and of course they got the Dynam 312, the EMB 312, which you guys probably seen it on my video. But it's like, for example, I'm just wondering why Freewing hasn't released a TUCANO. Is it some sort of like conflict of interest kind of thing going on? I don't know. I don't see why. I don't see why that would be an issue. But yeah, here it is. Sorry for the lighting, guys. It's kind of glary out there. But you guys own this plane, some of you, so you know what it looks like. It's so beautiful, love it. All that's left to do now is set my rates. And you know, guys, I put this prop on and it is smooth, butter smooth, no vibration, nothing. I guess I got lucky. Some of us get lucky like that. Let's take a little peep on the inside here. And here we go. That's my gyro, that's the A3 Super 4. And I'm running a 5100C graphene. You know, I'm actually like kind of concerned about crossing these two plugs together, this XT90 and the EC5. Yeah, it goes in fine and no problem, but it comes out very easily. So maybe 3D print some sort of gadget to keep them together, because I'm not about to go and unsolder that and put an EC5 in there. In fact, I'm even thinking of replacing all my battery EC5s with XT90s. Seems a little bit more easier to unplug, but not too easy. So, yep, got my little diversity antennas perpendicular there. Yeah, it was a great build. It was fun. It was pleasurable to put this together, actually. Even if I had to glue it, it was very pleasurable. I loved it. It's fun. So yeah, I'm very excited. Oh, here, the suspension on these things really Olivia, calm down, being so rude. Oh, my radio, sorry. The suspension is very active, not like some planes where the spring is really hard and it's like, what's the point? I think it was just for marketing, but this actually functions really good. And I've seen on videos where these guys, when they land, you see them working. Hell, you even see it working when it's taxiing. So kudos to Avios for that. And here's the front, look at that. They got the spring rate correct, you know, for the weight of the model. So kudos to Avios. Oh, well guys, the maiden flight will be coming soon. The weather is terrible right now, so definitely today's not gonna happen. It's raining and it's windy, but I will keep you posted and a video will be out for the maiden. Take care, guys.